both of them 7 feet plus with their reach at the rim, and they just bottled up Zion. His numbers weren't terrible. If you look at the box score and you didn't see the game, all right, you say, okay, 7 for 16, 18 points. Looked like Zion had a decent night, not like he's played all season, but really most of that damage was the fourth quarter. And by then, the Bucks had really taken control of that game. So I just think the personnel bothered Zion with all of that length and having a guy like Drew Holiday that could guard him initially.
Yeah, you want to do what the Bucks did and slow down Zion. Better get some players like the Bucks have. Hey, they're on top, as I mentioned, in the Eastern Conference. Boston's kind of been in that spot for a lot of this year. When you look at those two teams, and I know we have a long way to go, but who do you have more confidence in to win the Eastern Conference, Milwaukee or Boston?
It's been interesting. I picked the Bucks to get to the finals before the season, but then clearly Boston has been the best team to this point in the season, league-wide. But if you look at what Milwaukee is starting to do now, and you think about, they still have, I think, more ceiling there because Chris Middleton hasn't reincorporated himself into the lineup as an all-star caliber player. They just activated Joe Ingles, and he's going to pay huge dividends with his passing ability, with his IQ, with all that playoff experience, his three-point shooting. He played his first game in almost a year last night, so he's just going to get better as the season goes. I think they're deeper with the addition of a Javon Carter, who's getting great minutes for them. So I look at the Bucks right now, the way they're playing, and I think the original prediction I had over the summer is going to be accurate. I think the Milwaukee Bucks end up in the NBA Finals, but these two teams are on a collision course for the Eastern Conference Finals. I think they're on a completely different shelf right now than the rest of the East. Philly, Brooklyn, they could make it interesting, but I think these are the two teams that have the depth and they can beat you with offense or defense. And that's why, for me, that's the matchup we're going to see eventually at some point in late May to get to the finals.
That sure would be a knockdown, drag-out Eastern Conference final that I'm sure we would all love to see. Tim Legler, thanks so much. The annual NBA on Christmas Day tradition continues with 5